Oscar Delta X-ray. Go ahead.
Okay, I have disconnected the ground strap from the microphone.
Yes, sir. It's sounding better. You know, it did have that RF and the AF all the time. Now, just occasionally, but it's mostly gone. You know, thank goodness for that. Roger, Roger.
Roger.
So I would run it like that. And do you have a watt meter or any way to show the output of that radio?
Yes, I do. I have peak forward power of 50 watts right at the moment at this setting of a 3.0 on the mic gain.
Yes, sir. Okay, just take note that if you get a reading on your watt meter and you're not saying anything, then that's probably a bunch of garbage RF and the AF, if you know what I mean. So occasionally, you know, maybe just watch your meter there, and if you're getting you know, an output signal like 20 watts, 30 watts or something, then that's probably a garbage RF in your AF. Roger?
I'm not clear.
All right, so your noise is causing an output on the radio. You know, just like your voice causes the radio to output a signal, the noise that the RF and the AF makes feeding back is also generating RF signals, just like if you were making those noises with your mouth. Roger?
Roger.
So the meter will reflect an output signal. And if you're not talking and nobody else is talking in the room, then you either got a ghost or you got RF in the AF, Roger.
Roger. So should I be looking to see if the needle is moving when I'm not talking? Is that what you're referring to?
Exactly, exactly. So if you would like, just key up. Don't say anything. Just look at your meter. It shouldn't do anything. It should be, you know, doing nothing and not showing any reading at all. Roger?
Roger. I'm going to try that. So the needle went back down to 0 when I stopped talking.
Yes, sir. So if you had any more RF in the AF, that meter would start to still continue to read because it would be reading the noise that the RF feeding back into hang on just a minute here. Let me get this straight. The RF is getting back into your audio, so that would be a signal that you would be seeing as it crunches and you know, it would be doing things like that, and that would be showing up on your meter as modulation output. Roger?
Roger.
So, you know, I'm glad that we had this chance to talk because, you know, obviously the ground to the chassis of the radio did not work and made things worse. So I'm glad we had this chance to find that out. Roger, Roger.
Roger.
And you're what? You're still on the second floor, is that right, Roger?
That is affirmative, yes.
All right. I would, you know, you could try if I don't know, you know, maybe, but I'm using RG8. As a ground, you know, we're talking RF ground. It doesn't have to be like an OT cable because you're not handling a bunch of current, but you are handling RF. So when I use RG8, it's the same thing as like a 1-inch cable pipe going out to the ground. So you might try dumping a piece of RG8 out your window down to a ground that you could maybe drive in the ground underneath your second floor window, and then attaching that to your radio. Roger?
Roger, I have a copper pipe that goes from the radio down to the ground.
Oh, you have one now and it's hooked up?
Yes, it's hooked up. I have like a 3/4-inch copper pipe.
Roger, I'm assuming this is like a water pipe or something?
It's a copper pipe from Lowe's.
This is not something involving utilities or gas or water or anything, just one that you put in? Yes, sir. Huh. Well, it apparently, the thing is that when you get separated from ground, Mother Earth, by X amount of feet, the ground doesn't seem to work because it becomes like, we're talking RF here, and we're talking frequency, and we're talking wavelengths, and sometimes when you get removed physically from the actual ground point, you become less than a wavelength or more than a wavelength away or something, whatever that is, and it no longer is a good ground. That's why you want to try to get to ground as soon as possible. You got a couple of options. You can run like you are, get yourself a windscreen so you can run like that, so you don't have any mouth noises, or you can get a new radio, or you can move downstairs. Roger?
Roger.
I think that's about the only three options that I see you have there, and getting a $4 windscreen might be the cheapest of all those.
Yes, I already have the windscreen.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, your frequency is 7188.000, is that a Roger?
Yes, 7188.0.
Just sounded like it might be just a little bit high, but not enough to write home about. It just, do you have a... Oh, you're running a 7300, so a clarifier would not be in the making there, I don't think. Sometimes folks have a clarifier in their radio that shifts not only their receive frequency for clarification, but it also shifts up the transmitter frequency, so it can be a problem. Roger, Roger.
Roger, and I don't have the 7300 the 7300. I have a TS-430. It's a mobile radio, about 38 years old.
Oh, Charles, I see. Yes, you are. I'm sorry. A mistake on my part. I've got your TS-430S. Roger, Roger. So, and it does not have a clarifier. Is that a Roger?
It has a switch. This is processor and off.
Yeah, but it doesn't have like on receive. You don't have, other than your main VFO, it doesn't have a little knob off to the side called clarify or clarifier?
No.
All right, good enough, good enough. Well, again, I think we've got you out of noise. So I would run it just like that. Obviously that ground strap did not work well at all. So I would run it just like that and maybe get a windscreen and call it even new radio, first floor.
Okay. Can you check my radio if I turn it up to the mic setting of a 4 and tell me if I still have ground noise or RFI?
Well, I can look at your audio. I've got a VU meter tied to your audio on my receiver, and you're at that level that you're working that microphone. You're already too hot. So it's not a question of being not loud enough, because you are. Matter of fact, I would turn down just a skosh to bring your ALC back into reality. Roger.
Roger.
So, do you know what your ALC reading meter is on that radio?
I have a switch that switches between ALC and IC, and the IC runs from 1 to 20, and the ALC runs, it's a thick band and then a thin band. There's no numbers on it.
All right, so you know where the ALC band reading is. Many of those radios, the ALC does not run the full width of the meter reading. A lot of those ALCs, they just run halfway of the meter readings, but you can tell by looking at the meter, and it has a legend in back about ALC and what it should read. We only want to run about mid-scale to 2/3 on that ALC, we can set that by the word audio and adjust your mic gain until you're mid-scale on your ALC. Roger?
Roger, I can try that. Audio.
Yeah, and you can keep that, if you can sustain the audio part for about 10 seconds or so, you can twist that knob just a little bit this way, that way, and just set it just perfect mid-scale on your ALC meter. Roger? Show off.
That's 2/3 of the 6 band.
Yes, sir. Now, what's your mic reading?
It's about 1.75.
Yeah. So, see, you've got a hot mic there. That's the other aspect to that. That mic has got a hot output. Now, does that have a low roll switch on that microphone?
I don't think so.
Does it have any kind of operational thing on that mic? Any knobs or whistles or switches?
Okay, there's a lock switch, and there's a switch that says down and up on the frequency.
Down and up on the frequency? Does it actually control the radio?
Yes, it does.
Wow, so that is a radio, that is a microphone intrinsic to the radio, specifically for that radio?
Yes, it's an MC60 microphone, and if you accidentally touch the down or up, it takes you off frequency.
Interesting. All right, so see, the problem is that microphone is pretty hot. I mean, you have a 0 to 10 scale on the microphone? Is that a Roger?
No, there's no scale on the microphone.
No, I mean on the mic input on your radio. You have a 0 to 10 scale on your mic level on your radio?
I don't know if I have that or not.
Well, you're at 1. What is your current level, microphone level?
It's about 75% of the way up on the wideband on the ALC meter.
All right, talk to me just for a minute. Tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me listen to you.
The radio is about 38 years old. It's in very good condition. I had it in the box in the attic for many, many years until the COVID thing. At that point in time.
Yes, sir. Well, I think your volume is set very good there. And you're clean. I didn't hear any noise. So, and if you get that windscreen, that'll be another plus for you for, $4 down at your music store or Amazon or however you do business, a foam windscreen would be a nice thing for you, Roger.
Roger, I got one at Guitar Center.
Yes, sir. And you have it on now?
Yes, I have it on right now.
Yes, sir. All right, you're clean. You're clean. And I did not hear anything, but I was just thinking that, because of the RF and the AF, we had you working tighter mic, and usually tight mic means mouth noises, and that's why that windscreen is so important now. But you have gone forth and solved the problem, Roger. Well, I think we're about done here. I think your level's set correctly. Do you have an equalization for that radio?
No, there's nothing like that. It has a processor on and off, and you can switch between ALC and IC for the meter.
Roger. I think we're utilizing about everything that radio's got in the perfect manner. Roger, Roger.
Roger.
So I'm glad we worked out that ground strap that wasn't working. You sound a whole lot better again. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, Charles, 73 to you, sir, and you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and I'll have this uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. So if you want to hear it, go to YouTube, do a call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, will take you to this recording. It will be cut number 1 in a series of 2,500 Qso-Vlog air check recordings. So 73 there, Charles. Roger.
Roger, 73. Thanks for the help.
Yes, sir. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.